Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. 118 vehicle time. I'm going to put both these two together now because I think a video for this will be like a minute long, maybe 2 minutes long. So I thought I'll combine it with this other one here and have a look. We'll start with this one and come to this sort of a main attraction a bit later. So this one is obviously 118 scale and it's made by, it says Mighty Rigz, R-I-G-Z, mightyrigz.com, used under license, and there's not much else there. It's got some basic paintwork which I'll be painting over because it looks a bit naff, and these sort of stickers I think on the front for the lights. It'll give it like, but it's looks like stickers maybe, but it's what's the word, recessed, so at least you can paint in it when it's sprayed over and get the same sort of shape. Now one thing it does have really cool is this working winch with the hook here, and you can wind it back in with this little wheel. And I think that's such a nice feature to have. Feels quite nicely. That's pretty much it. These sort of, I don't think there's much worth having a little tray thing because there's no real depth to it. Anything will bump out or fall out if you're driving along, but I guess for some diodes you could have something in there. I wonder how easy figures sit in it. Let me try using a spare 8-ball I've got sitting around. I'll stick him into just the videos because these are pretty damn cool figure. I've got like 5 of these, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But I've sort of taken them apart and I've undercoated them. They're really bad. Well, not really bad, they're great figures. But you undercoat them and then the undercoat just comes off so easy, the primer. So I'm tempted to re-undercoat again and then varnish to keep the undercoat and then paint over that, but we will see. It's going to need a bit of an ab crunch or a bit of a back bend ab crunch to hold onto this nicely. And his hands need to be a bit more rubbery. Okay, there's one. Let's put his legs even higher. He's almost there. This is one hand to go. There we go. Yeah, not bad. Good scale. He does fit it quite nicely. It's a bit big, but it's a powerful one. Bit of a shake in that. Pretty cool. But next to this, it looks rather small. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So, someone's already asked me in the comments on my toy haul video, who makes this one? I'm interested in this one. I'm interested in this one too. That's why I've got two. Actually, I got two because I was trigger happy on the add to basket button. I didn't check when I paid now. There is no manufacturer on the bottom whatsoever. Though it was a battery thing with a motor, but there's no motor and there's no connection points inside the battery case. There is 1, 2, 4 screws. There were supposed to be 6, but there's no screw in this one or this one, and there's nothing inside it, so I'll be taking that apart to look. What's really nice is you can see there are cutouts here, which means you can put an action figure feet in there quite easily. So if I take, shall I take him again? Yeah, let me take him again. Where did I put him? Where's he gone? Well, he's still on top of the little quad bike here. Okay, well, I'll take 8-ball again. Let me see how easy to fit in. Fits in very nicely and sits very well. Quite easily to fit inside as well, considering that Fortnite got decent articulation, but not like amazingly articulated, like sort of Acid Rain, the Joy Toy, and Planet Green Valley. So that was really easy to get him inside. Those holes there just make it so easy to get to fit the legs and feet. Top part, that's pretty good height as well. It's not too big, not too shallow. The gun I don't know if I'm going to keep. I don't know if I'm going to keep the top part as well, actually. I might... Do I want to cut that off? It does come off the black part, and the black part does have a bar underneath here. It looks like. Does it go all the way? No, the black part doesn't have a bar that goes all the way across. It's only partially going across. Yeah. So I'd have to keep that, but would I keep the gun on? Take the gun off? I don't know. I'm tempted to take it off completely. But then you have this pointless roll cage which doesn't have a cage at this part here. Because I'm quite tempted to take that mesh part out too. Because it has got a flooring underneath. And you can't really fit a figure in there if it's taken up. You can just put more stuff in there. In fact, how easy is that to take off? Let me have a look now since I'm here and doing a review. So that needs to come that way. Okay. God, that's going to be quite tough, that one, surely. And this is not a screw fit, it's a bend and... Oh, there we go. Bend and push in fit. Can I do this now? Like I said, the bottom part comes off easy, just a couple of clips. So that the mesh I just mentioned should come off relatively easily. Or not. Okay, one side. Things I don't want to break it, because if I break it, I've got to fix it. Okay, let me get a little metal tool and try that again. So there's no manufacturer on it that I can see. There's a nice little sort of jerry can at the back, but it's hollow and it doesn't actually come out. It does move around a bit, it doesn't come out, so I'll leave it in there. This mesh thing, can I get this off? I reckon it does come off, but I don't know if I'm going to do it on camera now because I'm taking a bit too long now to get it done. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now they've got lips on these black parts and on the you see that's got a base in there. There are lips on these parts here, which makes this a bit hard to pull out. It's more of a brute force job, but there we go. You don't want to break anything. There we go. So if you take it off, it looks like that, which looks a bit strange because there's nothing joining the front here, which is unfortunate. But I think it looks quite nice in the back there. You could put things in there. You could put... I'm trying to think, what can I put in there, which I've shown you already. There we go. I will use this little sort of sci-fi barrel, which is from, I think it was this 124 scale kit Android, which is really good, so the videos. Very nicely stowed inside my back part of my little buggy stroke Jeep here. It's a kind of a strange one, because this is big, quite big, but it's a two-seater. You know, you take 3 people without one guy inside this part with a gun. If that, now that's off, there's no real seats inside. You could sit them on you can't even sit them on the wheel arches. It's too awkward for the figure to sit on there. It's more for a storage area. So maybe it is better to keep this on. Maybe I'm going to do some mods to this, perhaps. Then again, if you paint it really nicely, it could look really cool. The only issue, I think, is going to be sticking it back on once you've painted it. In fact, if you look, I've actually broken that on this joint here. That's minor. I'm taking it off. Once you put it back on, you're going to sort of get paint rub and all sorts of bits happening as you're trying to put it back on. But you can just repaint it over. I am going to paint this in the sand style to match my sand buggy. And the other one, maybe I'll do another sand one, I don't know, but I think they look pretty cool when it's painted up. It looks quite nice now, but I think painted up to look really, really good. And again, the scale is really good. You see it's quite large. Let's get this stand up. It's quite large, and so it's got quite a good realism to it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's going to look really, really good when it's painted up. Either way, you have to take this and this off anyway to get a proper undercutting, to get a better paint job. Stick them on afterwards if I remember which way around they go. Yeah, like that. I think it's look good. Do I keep the gun? Drill the barrel? The main issue for me is these parts here are hollow. So that's going to look really kind of, not good. It's, I could draw holes through these parts here. I could drill the barrel, but having this part, I don't want to go filling it up with loads and loads of epoxy putty and then smoothing over. I'd rather not do that. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or, just have this with a hole there for what? Some guy binoculars? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But I think it's a decent buggy. I think the quad is pretty decent too. I am actually quite looking forward to painting these guys up and adding to my motor pool for my 118 vehicles, particularly my sand squad, which is really what I've bought these for. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share and subscribe. And I'll be back to the more Awesome Action Toy videos for you guys. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye. Oh, check out the other content, there's loads of stuff.